Hey folks, how we doing? It's Mark. Uh, I decided to get back into guitar building. I was doing it for a number of years, totally on the amateur level. I was doing it for myself, just as a hobby, and to also have some new guitars to play on stage. You know, I did a lot of stage and studio work here on Long Island, and it was nice to be able to play a guitar that I had built myself from the ground up. Of course, you know, life gets in the way, people get busy, things happen, life happens, and I kind of slowed down and stopped building guitars. But recently, after maybe a 3 or 4 year hiatus, I just decided to start getting back into it again. So I decided to purchase a kit from Bargain Musician. My very first build back 7, 8 years ago was a Bargain Musician Firebird, and it was a little rough. You know, I was a brand new builder, really didn't know much except for what I learned on YouTube at the time, and it's a playable guitar. You know, looks okay, but definitely not my best work. You know, a person's first guitar is usually pretty rough. So I decided to go back and get another Bargain Musician kit. This time I got an ES-335 copy. And what I want to do with this guitar is a Dragon Burst finish, which is going to be a green in the center that's going to be fading out into a nice rich blue. And for that, I'm going to be using Trans Tint colors from Rockler. I got blue, green, and black. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stain the top black, sand it back so it raises the grain. And then I'll work the green and blue into the top. And I haven't really decided what I want to do with the sides and back yet. I'll probably do some videos of me building and staining these guitars along the way. I just wanted to do an unboxing video to go over what's in this kit, what type of wood we're dealing with, what kind of components, and give you an idea of what we're going to be working with in the next few weeks to come as I start building this guitar and getting to the staining process. So, let's get right into it. Let's open up this box and let's see what we got. It arrived today from FedEx. Bargain Musician is a really cool company. They're out in California, bargainmusician.com. They have really good, well-made kits, a bunch of different styles of guitars. They got something for everybody. It took about a week or so to get here. You know, obviously now with the holidays rolling around, there are going to be some delays. Right off the bat, I can tell you this, the box that they send everything in, it's a nice box. And you'll find that you can end up using this box during the staining process as a tray to hold the body in. You know, whatever you're going to use in order to spray or to paint or to stain, you always want to make sure you're working as neatly as possible. And in doing so, I always like using the box that these kits come in because it's nice, heavy-duty, corrugated cardboard, and it holds up nicely, and it's almost impossible to open up tonight. But I definitely would recommend, if you're going to stain, use the box as a tray to hold the body in. That's what I will be doing. Okay, so let's open it up. Let's see what we got. Everything does come nicely boxed up, I will tell you that. Everything's in there that you're going to need. You got the body, you got the neck, you got all the electronics. Even comes with a little diagram kit. Instructions on how to put this baby together. It's pretty cool. A lot of stuff that it comes with. Some good tidbits of information. Nice to have. Also comes with the wiring diagram. Now, I will be the first person to tell you, I do not wire my guitars up. I got a buddy of mine who is a guitar tech. He used to actually tech for Steve Vai. Steve Vai is a local Long Island boy, for those of you who did not know that. So I will not have any use for this because I got a person who will be doing the wiring for me. And along with the invoice, they even send you a couple of guitar picks. Look at that, man. You get the guitar picks. Comes with it. Got the little Bargain Musician logo on there. Cool stuff. Not bad, right? No, not going to use them. All right. What else do we have here? Yeah, so we already have the invoice. Let's see what this body looks like. You know, I've never owned a 335. I've had a couple of semi-hollow body guitars over the years. and I've never owned a 335, and I thought right now would be a great time to start building one of my own. Right off the bat, body looks really nice. Definitely a maple cap with the mahogany back and sides. It's got a 5-ply binding on it on the front, and a pretty sweet looking body, if I may actually say so myself. Bring a little closer look. It's hard to really see the grain on the camera. It shows up, there it is. All right, so we got that nice maple cap. We got the mahogany sides and back. And of course, being a semi-hollow body, it's a very, very, very light guitar. All right, so we have the body. Now, let's take a look at the neck. Take it out. So they do package everything nicely in this wrap. That's one good thing. We'll say for most companies, they do ship the guitars or the kits, in some sort of nice wrapping. I've never had anything come damaged or whatnot. All right, so let's see what we got here. All right, nice mahogany neck. Fret ends feel pretty good, all things considered. They need a little tweaking. We'll definitely work these things up. And the neck itself, well, the body says number 1, the neck says number 1. Let's see how it fits. All right. Ooh, nice and tight. Nice and tight. Look at that. Perfect fit. Perfect fit. Obviously, it's going to need a little adjusting along the way, but really not all that bad. So the body's labeled number 1, the neck is labeled the number 1. So that means it is made to fit this guitar. So you can see the number 1 up there in that neck joint. You see it actually in the rhythm pickup cavity. Oops. And we have ourselves a light fixture that's always in the way. And we also have the number 1 listed there as well. Okay, so there's your number 1. So it tells you that this neck was made for this body. Neck doesn't look so bad. Again, mahogany. All right. And we got, I guess, whatever rosewood type of wood we're using these days for the fingerboards. I know rosewood is not exactly something we're allowed to use anymore. We also have a plastic nut. Chances are I'm going to replace that with a bone or a tusk nut. But we'll see how things go. We'll see how it goes. So the body and the neck look pretty good. As far as the body goes, definitely a 2-piece maple cap. And I'm telling you, it looks like this is a single piece of mahogany for the back. I don't see any other lines that would tell me otherwise, or any seams. Definitely has some sanding sealer on there, and it's definitely going to have to be sanded down to smooth out any of these rough edges. I probably will put some grain filler in here just to seal everything up, but it looks like they did a pretty good job of sanding at the factory. I see some spots where there might have been a little glue overrun, but for the most part, this body looks pretty darn good. Now, when it comes to the electronics that they give you, I will admit, is inferior. None of these kits, for the most part, use real expensive components. That's why they're able to keep the price point as cheap as they do. So, I know myself, here is the bag of components, and it's got everything in there. It's got the pickups, it's got all the hardware, it's got the tuners, it even comes with a cheap cable. I will never use any of this stuff. The pickups are microphonic, meaning that they are not wax potted. A wax potted pickup, especially a humbucker, will not have any microphonic squeal. These cheaper, inferior pickups, if we put these into this guitar, we plug this thing in, it's going to be squealing like a pig in heat. We all know that. So I could either do one of two things. I could either take these pickups and I could wax pot them myself, or what I can do is just go out and purchase aftermarket pickups. They don't look so bad. They're actually pretty cool looking little pickups, but the bottom line is they are not wax potted. They are going to be microphonic. I've toyed with the idea of actually wax potting a set of pickups. You can go to Michael's, the arts and crafts store. I can get a wax melting pot. I could buy the paraffin wax there, and I could wax some pickups. Maybe I'll do it with these. Who knows? I know I have been really enjoying a brand of pickups called Dragonfire. Been using them for a couple of years now. I put them in a couple of Chibson, Les Paul, contraband Les Pauls from China, as well as a PRS copy. And the Dragonfire Screamers were a real great pickup. For something like this, I may not want to use as high output of a pickup. I want to find maybe something that's got like more of a PAF sort of sound. So again, going to decide what I want to do in the next couple of weeks. But again, these pickups, they are not wax potted. They're going to squeal like a pig. So I'm either going to have to wax pot these babies, or I'm going to have to purchase a new set of pickups that are already wax potted. All the hardware, like the tuners and everything, are in this one bag. Nice little gold tone tuners, as you can see here. Again, these I'm not going to be using either. I really like hip shot locking tuners. Whether I have a guitar with a whammy bar on it or not, I like to use locking tuners. Again, you got that tuning stability. You know the guitar's not going to go out of tune. All right, it comes with the wires, it comes with the bridge, it comes with the tailpiece, as well as the pickup selector and the volume and tone control. So it comes with this as well. You see all this stuff right over here. Now again, the bridge and tailpiece, cheap, thin metal, not the best stuff in the world. I'll probably spend a couple of bucks and go for a Tone Pros bridge and tailpiece. It also comes with a set of guitar strings. I would never use these strings. Definitely don't even know what brand they are. Might attach them to a block of wood and make a cheese cutter out of it for all I know. What else comes in our little bag here? All right, we have all of the, let's see, we have the bridge and tailpiece bolts. We have all the washers and screws and hardware for the tuners, as well as the volume and tone pots. So these items also, for the most part, I'll probably be replacing, putting some better pots in there. The standard hardware, as far as the bolts for the bridge and the tailpiece, yeah, you can get away with those. But again, you can always upgrade. That's what the idea is of purchasing these kits, is to make it your own. And again, got this flimsy, cheap little ass cable. I doubt I'll be using that. So that's pretty much it, guys. We got this nice body. Okay, let me get this bag out of the way. Got this nice body here. Got this nice neck. And we are going to make a kit out of this. We're going to build a guitar from this kit. And honestly, guys, there's a ton of different brands out there. So you can go to Bargain Musician. You could go to Stu Mac. You can go to Warmouth. There's a brand out there called Saga. You can go to eBay. You can go to Amazon. There's so many different kits that are out there. Find the one that works for you. Sometimes a person might want to spend a couple of dollars more and just go for the body and the neck and then do the electronics on their own later on. Some people like to use the electronics that come with the kit. They have no problem with how it's going to look or sound. Hey man, it's your guitar. You make it your own. As far as the finish, I know at least for the body, for the top, I'm going to be going with spray-on lacquer. I really like the way a spray-on glossy lacquer looks. But for the back of the neck, honestly, and I'll tell you a funny story, I don't like a finished neck. I don't like having a gloss feel on the back of a fingerboard. Now, Gibsons always come with a gloss neck. So no matter what that guitar is painted, you're going to have that nice glossy neck. For this guitar, I'm going to be doing the blue-green Dragon Burst on the front. I may do the blue-green Dragon Burst on the back. I may do a blue into green pattern on the sides. Probably going to do some sort of blue or green pattern on the headstock, but on the back of the neck, I don't think I'm going to be doing anything other than using True Oil. Now, True Oil, for the most part, for those of you that are uninitiated with it, it's a gun stock finish. So if you have a wooden rifle, you would use this stuff on there to preserve the wood. It's mostly boiled linseed oil with some other stuff in it, and I always love using True Oil because it reminds me of my old days when I was a firefighter. Back from 1990 to 2011, I was a fireman, and in the old days, we used to have wooden axe handles, and we used to have to use boiled linseed oil once a year on those axe handles to preserve them. So every time I take a whiff of True Oil, it reminds me of my old days as a probie in the fire department, a long time ago. So that's pretty much it, guys. There you have it. I'm going to be doing this ES-335 kit. I'm going to be doing a blue-green Dragon Burst. I've never seen one like that before in a 335. I'm going to do some videos and some pictures pretty soon of the staining and assembly process. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe. Again, I am just a hobbyist. I'm not anybody out there who's making money off this stuff. I haven't really thought about selling my guitars. I just use them for personal use. And again, please like, comment, and subscribe. I take all the comments, good or bad, very constructively. I'm a big boy, got a thick skin. Everything I've learned about guitar building, I learned through YouTube. So I try to give back a little. If there's anything I can impart to somebody, I feel like I'm paying it forward. That's about it. Hope everybody is doing well out there. I know Christmas is right around the corner. I know we're dealing with this fucking COVID, which is probably the only way I can say it. But please, man, stay safe. Hope you and the family and everybody else is doing good. And hopefully I'll be able to get back on stage one of these days and maybe use one of these guitars, and we'll see how it goes. Until then, again, like, comment, subscribe, good, bad, the ugly, whatever. Just want to hear from people, want to trade some ideas back and forth, and hope everybody stays well. All right, that's about it. God bless, and I'll talk to you soon.